Good morning, and thanks so much for tuning into the Trade Setup with me, Niraj Shah. We got lucky yesterday, didn't we? We spoke about how it might be a good idea to accumulate, and the markets have thus far been rewarding that call. Well, just pure luck. I don't think anybody can forecast the market. Let's start with the did you know? Did you know? I think a lot of you might be knowing this, but the numbers, 3.8 million individuals. That's it, just 3.8 million individuals. 5% of the filers and 0.2% of the adult population of India pay 73% of the total personal income tax as per FY23 tax filing data. Can you imagine that 0.2% of the adult population pays such a large number, 73% of the total tax? Nevertheless, let's get to the markets. The US markets had a good day, about 1.2, 1.3% higher. Her first positive day in the month of September. Futures are flat, but that won't matter too much because I think the rest of the Asian pack, save for China, is showing a hint of green. We are showing a hint of green as well. But I think the green in today's context is important because the broader markets may participate. Now, by the way, the big news that has happened, everything else notwithstanding, I mean, crude has bounced back a little, global markets have bounced back a little. I think this is big from a global news flow perspective because the US House has passed the biosecure bill targeting some China biotech firms, the first of these moves to happen. A long-term positive for other nations, including India. We'll try and get some pharma experts to talk about this as well, but this is an important one. So keep this at the back of your mind, as per Bloomberg, of course. So what's the trade setup for the day today? Banks are leading the charge, but I think it's difficult to call the upside on banks. Though I must say, yesterday Nuama, yesterday Nomura, I think, today Jefferies, all of them have turned positive on banks. And I'll get to the Jefferies note in a moment, by the way, but just keep this in the back of the mind. That banks are leading the charge, but difficult to call the extent of the upside. Very likely today, to my mind, that the importance of today's trade might be that Smith stocks, which is the small and mid-cap stocks, could actually follow large caps higher today. Yesterday, okay, I don't know why we have a Gillette here, but be that as it may. Yesterday, we had the large caps doing well, mid-caps and small caps not doing well. Today, we might have the mid-caps and small caps also doing well. The problem seems to be for one sector, which is autos, which is completely out of favor. You just realize this because you see car companies giving discounts even while the festive season is on, and therefore that seems to be a bit of a problem as far as sectorals go, particularly auto. But banks, I was talking about banks, bring up the Jefferies view on banks, by the way. Jefferies says that they're overweight, and they believe this is a turnaround time for the bank stocks. They're saying that the potential softening of broader banking regulation can turn around fortunes, a rate cut impact to be more than offset by easier liquidity and easier banking regulations. Their top picks, ICICI Bank, Axis, SBI. They also say that HDFC Bank could do well, but essentially these are their top ideas. Watch out, banks led the charge yesterday. The bank Nifty was very positive. Private banks led the charge. Let's see if there is more in store today. What could get cut today is life insurance names. So let's go to the list of stocks to watch. One, the GST rates are unchanged for now. It's under consideration, but for now we don't have updates there. It's a bit of a bummer. And the individual annual premium equivalent growth is at 10% in the last 3 months, it's moderated to 10%. I think we got that data wrong. So individual APE growth has moderated to 10% versus 18 to 19% in the previous 3 months. So growth is only 10% right now. It was 18 to 19%. So we should get that graphic corrected. So growth has slowed down. ICICI proves individual APE growth at about 29%. We don't have that number here, but it's 29% has remained faster than the industry's growth. HDFC Life growth at 10% and SBI Life up just about 4%, moderated in the month of August as well. So life insurance companies will probably see a bit of a stick today. GMR Airports to acquire 10% stake in Delhi International Airport from Fraport AG for 126 million. The company's stake in the airport will increase to 74%. I think 126 million is a much lower number relative to what was earlier estimated. So watch out for GMR Airports Infra, could do well today. Dixon Tech has signed an MOU with HP India Sales for manufacturing notebooks, desktops, and all-in-one PCs. It's the third largest customer onboarded by Dixon in the IT hardware segment after Lenovo and Acer. It's a big win for Dixon. Do watch out for this one. Could be an interesting stock today. HAL could react positively. MOD signed 26,000 crore contract with HAL for 240 AL31FP aero engines. Now, something tells me that this was due and it's been signed. So I don't know how much of a major reaction, but watch out for HAL. could be active. Ahluwalia Contracts has gotten 2 contracts worth 1,300 crores from Signature Global for housing projects, could be active today. Action Construction gets an order for 99 forklifts from the Defense Ministry, could be active today. HG Infra has gotten an LOA for a road project worth 781 crores from the Transport Ministry, could be active today. And IREDA has signed an MOU with SJVN and GMR for a 900 megawatt hydro project in Nepal, could be very active today. Very lastly, I'll just leave you with all the changes that have happened in GST that I have noticed thus far. So one, rate on cancer drugs has been reduced from 12% to 5%. So maybe some of these stocks, and there are many others, but some of these stocks could be in focus. So keep an eye out. The cut is on trastuzumab, which is Biocon's, Deruxtecan, and others. So watch out for some of these. Rate for extruded or expanded savory snacks will be reduced from 18% to 12%. So maybe the likes of Pratap, Bikaji, Gopal could benefit. ITC could benefit. And the GST on car and motorcycle seats to be increased from 18% to 28%. Maybe a stock like Bharat Seeds could get impacted negatively. But all in all, life insurance is the other one which could actually have a bit of an issue. So these are a few names that you want to keep an eye out for today. I'll definitely watch out for life insurance as well as GMR Airports Infra and some of the order winners. Thanks so much for tuning into the Trade Setup. I hope you're finding this useful. Please leave some comments in the comment section to help us improve. And thanks for tuning in today.